Hello! It's been a while. As some of you may know, I've been to Japan. I was there for about 3 weeks and I took a month off being on any type of social media whilst I was away in Japan, and I had an amazing time. I have come back with so much stuff. More than I know what to do with. The last sort of week, I have been sorting said merchandise in my room. I've been trying to find homes for everything, and thus 3 new shelves have appeared. This video originally was going to be an unboxing video. I came home with this much stuff, and this image is the definition of my mental health in that period of time, because I was exhausted, overwhelmed, hungry, and deprived of my creature comforts. So instead, I decided to have this video be another rearrange my collection with me video. The last one I did was a year ago. A lot has changed in a year, because I did exactly the same thing last time, where you guys on Instagram, you asked me questions and I answered them as I was cleaning and rearranging my collection. Questions this time are about my Japan trip, because when I came back to the UK, I was like, hey guys, if you have any questions to ask me about my trip, I will answer them as honestly as I can. I just want to make a disclaimer that my word is not law. I am only speaking from my own experiences of being in the country. Everybody who goes to Japan will have a different experience to me. Use this as an informative video if you're doing research on your own trip, or if you're just curious to know. In preparation of this video, like last time, I have bought more acrylic stands. I have bought 4 more of them, because the bigger my collection has grown, the more stands I need, and the more I want it to look presentable. So I've got 2 risers, one that's like a long one, another set of steps, and I've also bought this, which I've never seen before. Sorry, let me just put these down. I bought this one, which I've never seen before, and I think it's pretty cool. It was like a few quid off Amazon. I was thinking for it that I could have Nendroids on them if they fit. Because in Japan, I managed to find a proper good smile Sonic Nendroid. And you're probably thinking, gee, you've already got a Sonic Nendroid. That I do! I bought it quite a few years ago off Facebook Marketplace, but I didn't realise it was a bootleg. I didn't realise they could be bootlegged. Somebody pointed it out and they were like, hey, check the faceplate on your Sonic Nendroid. I checked the faceplate, like the inside behind his eyes, and it was clear, and I was like, god damn it, I've been scammed. When I was in Japan, Sonic Nendroids are like quite common, so it wasn't hard to find one, and it was cheaper to buy over there, obviously, than it is over here, because merch over there is very, very cheap. Last time, I had 3 glass cabinets to rearrange, and I still do have 3 glass cabinets, but Future G did not account for a 4th one. The 4th cabinet, which is behind the camera right now, is just full of junk. I say junk, it's Sonic stuff, but like, I've not bothered to make it look pretty, because that's the ones you don't see. You guys see this one. When I'm recording, you guys see these. You don't see that one. So anything that doesn't look right in here gets shoved in the 4th one, and I shouldn't do that. I should really take care of all 4 of them. That's the thing that terrifies me the most about rearranging my collection, the fact that I may not be able to fit everything. The Future G did not account for the fact that she may need more cabinets. With me taking everything out of these cabinets, there's going to be a lot of stuff. G, stop stalling. You need to get off your ass and actually do it. Some shelves I'm going to keep the way they are, because I quite like the way they look at the minute and I don't want to change them. These 4 are staying the same, but they may change position. I also have my book of questions that you've all asked me, and I'm gonna go through them now. Let me move my drink in case I knock that over, because that's the last thing I want to do. I have one question about your epic journey to Japan. Was the language barrier a major problem for you? The language barrier wasn't too bad. If you're going to rural Japan, you're going to realize it more than you are if you are in like Osaka or Tokyo. The closer you get to the city, the more English is accepted. The Japanese do not like the Americans. You heard that right. The Japanese don't seem to like the Americans. And I can't say I have a biased opinion, because I say that as a collector, okay? Don't kill me. I do have American friends and I love them very much. There was a lot of miscommunication in the sense that people assumed that we were English American. The assumption is if you are foreign, you are American. And so some of the Japanese that we spoke to asked us, "Are you American?" because we spoke English. And we were like, "No, we're from England." And as soon as you say England, they get very happy about that. Because I didn't realize that England is fantasized over there the same way that Japan is fantasized here. And it's very strange. When we had some Japanese people interact with us, it was mainly through Google Translator. That is your best friend when you go to the country, by the way. We use Google Translate to talk to each other. I never thought that England, the UK, United Kingdom would actually be fantasized as a country. Japanese love English people, and they'd be like, "Ah, England, England," sort of thing. There was one interaction we had, which was a very lovely interaction. We were talking to a man who looked to be about in the older generation. I can't really pin an age on him, but we met him in Shinjuku National Garden, and he was very interested in England, asking us questions about England, being like, "Oh, is there a Mount Fuji in England? What's it like?" And unfortunately we sat there next to this lovely man, being the bearer of bad news and going, "No, it's not that great. Stop fantasizing it." Because the thing is with the whole language barrier is that, like, we were told don't use Google Translate because they will feel offended. A lot of people pulled out their translators to talk to us, and nobody was upset over the fact that we couldn't talk Japanese. If anything, they were quite accommodating to us, because especially people in the countryside, because the people in the countryside, we went to a tea shop, right? Bit of a tangent. We went to a Japanese tea shop in Hitayoshi. Hitayoshi is the area where the anime Natsume Book of Friends is filmed or based off. And so my friend is a massive Natsume fan, just like I'm a massive Sonic fan, like on that scale. And so I drove us to Hitayoshi so we could have a few days there and we could see the locations that were from the anime. Now, we went to a tea shop and the shopkeeper, like, she didn't speak an ounce of English. And we really did try to speak Japanese to her. It was this awkward barrier where we were like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, I don't speak your language, I'm really trying," you know, and she was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not English." She actually arranged her daughter to come over to her shop to talk to us because she could speak English. It was really nice for her to tend to our needs. She said in the translator, "I'm really sorry I can't speak English, but I've arranged someone to come and speak to you." And so we had a really nice chat with her daughter who spoke English. Another thing about the man in Shinjuku Garden that we met, I asked him through Translate, is English a well-learned language amongst, like, in Japan? And he said to us, which was rather interesting, in the younger generation, it's being taught, but the older you get, it's not used. I guess that's the same as us learning French. Like, we learned French in school, but like the older you get, you leave school, you go to college, you go to university, it doesn't get taught anymore. And that's the same over there with English. Once we got to Tokyo especially, we kind of dropped the translators and was like, well, if everybody's using a translator against us, or, you know, they're trying to speak English to us, then we might as well just resort back to speaking English, you know? So the language barrier isn't too bad depending on the area you're in. We didn't have too much trouble with it. Google Translate is your friend, and the Japanese will not be offended if you use Google Translate on them, because they will automatically pull out their own translators and use them on you. Oh, that's disgusting. Literally see, like, the footprints of chaos. Every time I make these videos, I just expose how dirty I am. But can you see those shapes? Like, here. That is the footprint of my Jack specific chaos figure, because he's been standing there for a long time. And that's how dusty this is. There you go, that's a bit better. You can see my face in it now. What fell? Oh, these keep coming off. Anybody who has the same cabinets as me, that's not focusing, is it? Please focus on it, there we go. Do you guys have these fall off of your shelves? Because, like, every time I clean this, these keep falling off. And, like, they're breaking as well, because look. Yeah, they're cracking. I can see one here that's breaking. Anybody who has the same cabinets as me, could you tell me if that's normal? Because it happens every time I take stuff out to clean it. Did you get to see/do everything you wanted? No. I mean, everything we set out to do, Yes, we're on the go every single day, and we didn't really have a lot of rest, which was probably what burnt us out in the end. Everything we set out to do, we got to see and do, but 3 weeks in Japan is not enough to see literally every single thing. I definitely want to plan a second trip because there are things that even on our last day, we discovered them and we were like, oh my god, we didn't even know that was there. Every corner that you turn in Japan, there's always something new. And there's always something different that you didn't notice before. Also, the merchandise is cheap. I did get quite a bit of Sonic stuff over there, but like not as much as I thought I would. And I will show you what I got. Apart from the Nendoroid, I got games as well, like the Asian copies of a few games. But no, 3 weeks wasn't enough to see everything that Japan had to offer, but it was enough time to see everything we had set out to see. You know, I spent 2 years trying to find a Shadow Joyride figure. It took me 2 years, and I got this year, and it's still crazy to me that every time I wake up in the morning I'm like, oh, he's there. I have him now. I think to stop myself from being too overwhelmed with this, I'm gonna do one cabinet at a time. So now that I've emptied this one and I've cleaned it, I'm gonna put stuff back in it, but change the setup and then like take bits from like the other 3 cabinets and rearrange and do one cabinet at a time instead of emptying them all out. How hard is communication with Japanese? I've already answered that. Also, merch expensive? No, merch is very cheap. There's quite a few rare anime figures that I picked up from Japan that is double the price if I was to get it shipped to the United Kingdom. It all depends on what you're buying as well. Obviously, some anime figures are a lot of money, but when you compare it to the situation back home, it's actually cheaper. It's so much cheaper to just like buy it from the country of origin and bring it back with you. How did you get along with the food over there? How adventurous were you? We were not that adventurous. When we were in Hitayoshi, we did try traditional 4-course meal of sushi. It was a really cool experience. 4-course meal for £11. The food out there is really good. We didn't get around to trying any street food. For some reason, and I don't know why, you're gonna shout at me and I'm sorry. For some reason, we just craved pasta. So we went to an Italian in Japan and had Italian food. Our diet out there was we were living off 7-Eleven, Lawson's, the occasional Family Mart and Italian food. 7-Eleven is like the equivalent to, I would say, a co-op. Lawson's is the equivalent to a Tesco Express. Family Mart is the equivalent to a spa, like down the road. I don't mean like a massage spa. People in the UK will know what I'm talking about. But like the supermarket spa, that's like next to your post office. 7-Eleven and Lawson's are like my favourite thing. I lived off Monster, as expected of me. Coffee. There was a Lipton chai latte that I fucking loved, and I'm so sad it's not here in the United Kingdom. It's so good. Chocolate bread is like my beloved. Onigiri, bento boxes. I miss the bento boxes, I really do. Like, we lived off bento boxes and onigiri, and my friend had a bit of a spam obsession going on. Like, she had a bit of a spam phase where she was like, I must eat spam, but it was like onigiri spam. I didn't try it, but she was in love with it, and I was like, okay, if chocolate bread is my thing, spam is your thing. If you want street food, it can be expensive, but it depends on what you're going out to eat for. Another thing about the sushi experience that we had in Hitayoshi, there was a moment where the chef said to us, wasabi. We know what wasabi is, okay? Like, we're not dumb. We know what wasabi is. We were expecting them to put like a little bit of wasabi. They douse it in wasabi, and I'm telling you this now in case like somebody goes over there and expects wasabi to be sprinkled on there like salt. It's not. It's piled on there. We were like eating our food and we were just like, oh, this is nice, and then all of a sudden our mouths start to burn because of the wasabi. and it's so strong. It's not like the wasabi that you get in like the Tesco meal deals. You know, there's like sushi things and Tesco meal deals, and it's got like that tiny bit of wasabi on the side. No, that's child's play compared to what Japanese do. They proper douse it on there. We were trying not to be rude by going, ha, my mouth's burning, so we kind of just ate through the pain and just carried on eating our fish. We also went, in Tokyo, we also went to a rotating sushi place. Now, if you don't know what those are, let me explain. A rotating sushi place is like, you don't talk to anyone for starters, which is like a gold plus in my book. Sit down and you have a screen where you've got your menu. You can also do it on your phone as well, but you order what you want and your dish is prepared and it comes on a conveyor belt, and it's like, it just goes around. Like, some of them go around like that, and then the shelf above was like a different conveyor belt. Whenever we ordered something, it would come on the top conveyor belt. It was kind of confusing in the beginning. Once we got the hang of it, it was really fun, and it was like a nice experience. I also like the fact that you don't talk to people, because my antisocial ass is like, no, I don't want to talk to the waiter. I'd rather not. Oh wait, no, you're in the wrong position. Wait, you're supposed to be over here. Oops. I don't know how well this idea is going to work. Oh, oh, that's cool. He's very tall though. He stands very well. I'm always impressed by him, I really am. Let me just take him down. Chaos is probably the best figure to stand on his own. You don't want to stand, I can tell. Let me put you at an angle. Will that help? Probably not. No. I might have to blue tack you to the thing if you're not careful. I mean, I could put you there instead. Can Chaos go there? I don't know where I want you. You're too big. There? We'll put you there for now to like level that out, because I know who's gonna go on the top. Right now in the UK, she is hot garbage, right? I have not pressured myself to go find her because she is being flogged for so much money. But someone in my Sonic server helped me get her. I can just imagine all the box collectors right now screaming at me going, no! No! Don't do it! No! Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a box collector. Oh, shiny. That's cool. There we go, she's free. Let's have a look at her. This is my first time actually looking at her. Oh, she's really cool. The tail moves. Oh my god, Jackson's done a really good job on her. I was thinking for now, if she stands up okay. And she does not stand up. There we go. Nice. I know for a fact the Joy Polish stuff is gonna go here. This will probably be moved down. The Squishmallows may go into the 4th cabinet because I have a bunch of plushies down there I'm gonna sell because I am not enthusiastic about them anymore. That's what I do sometimes. If there's something in my collection that I'm not proud of or I'm not enthusiastic about it anymore, it will get sold. My Sonic server gets first picks on what it is that I'm selling, and if nobody has it in there, then I put it on to Vinted. Let me get a swig of my coffee and I shall answer another question. Ooh, okay, so I've had a lot of people ask me this question. How was it in total plus spends? Sorry if super cheeky, because I want to do the same thing, or the exact same thing. Just a disclaimer, I'm not going to give you an exact number of how much I personally spent, because that's my business and it's also none of your business, but like, I'm gonna give you like a rough number on like to aim for. When we set out to go to Japan, we wanted to travel the country. We didn't want to just stay in Tokyo, because this all depends on what you plan to do in the country and what you set out to do. Like, if you just want to stay in Tokyo, it's obviously not going to cost as much as my trip did, because I went around the country, but I started at the bottom and worked my way up. For us, we spent about 3k in organising it, so that was like before we even got to the country. You know, money on hotels, flights, tickets to events we wanted to go to, like Joy Polish, Universal Studios, Dragon Quest Island, stuff like that. Car rental, I had to drive 2 cars while we were there, and I think that's about it. Those were the 4 major things that we had to pay for. When we got there, we spent about 4k in spends, like that includes spends. Basic surviving, eating out, money for emergencies, because there were many emergencies. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, but that's okay. As long as you push through it and you don't give up and you don't turn around and go, I want to go home, I'm sick of this, you're good. I know that now, I didn't know that then. If you want to do exactly what I did, you're looking around about £7,000. I don't know what that is in dollars, you'll have to convert it yourself. But if you want to stay in Tokyo or just stay in one city, then you're going to look at maybe less than that, because tickets to get to the country from the United Kingdom to Japan, you're looking at minimum £2,000. You guys haven't been out of here for so long. Oh my god, it got an indent. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my boy. This actually leads me on to my next burning question on the topic of Joy Polish. I've had a lot of people screaming at me because I have this boy. Now, he is an exclusive Joy Polish plush, and I won him when I went to Joy Polish. People have been asking me, how do you get him? Where do you buy him? You don't! You can't! So basically how it works, when you go to Joy Polish, you have to win him from the claw machines, and that is the only way to get him. I knew this before I went to Joy Polish. That was like my #1 goal. When I was going to the arcade, I was like, right, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw out a load of cash in yen, and I'm going to sell my soul to this claw machine. It didn't take that many attempts to get him, however, the claw machine is actually more difficult and challenging than you would think if you were to look at it. How it works is, instead of a claw machine that just like picks it up and drops it, this one, you had to use the claw arm and you had to like push him into the hole. Like 2 bars that like spread out like that at the end, and you had to push him through it. Because of his spikes, because he's positioned like that, because of his spikes and his head, it actually makes it more difficult to get him down. We had a bit of trouble doing it, and then my friend had a go. She actually got him stuck, and so she couldn't move him, and I came back with my coins and she was like, gee, can you go get a member of staff because he's stuck? So I went to the help desk again and I was like, can you come help me? he's stuck, and they actually repositioned him, and I think they did this on purpose, which was very nice of them. My Polis staff member actually repositioned him so that he was on top of the hole. All I had to do was use the claw arm to push him down, and that's how I got him. If it wasn't for my friend getting him stuck, we wouldn't have had a chance. But that's the thing, I wasn't going to give up. I was not gonna leave the country without him. I've wanted this plush for a very, very long time. Like, he's been one of those dream plushies that has been on my list for so many years. I do have a Joy Polis plush. Not this one, but I do already have one. This is the Joy Polis plush that I got off Facebook Marketplace, and this is the Halloween one. And since getting this one, I have always wanted the rest of the plushies that they've had. There's 2 summer edition ones. There's one with him with a watermelon, and one with him with a surfboard. 2 Christmas ones and the Halloween one, and I think that's it. But this was the main one I wanted. And they do a exclusive Tails one, but I didn't find him when I was there. I did look for him. I wondered if he had his own claw machine, but he did not. I went to Joy Polis to have the experience of winning him and to experience the whole arcade in all its glory. Like, I even played on Sonic Carnival. Sonic Carnival is like the best thing. I keep seeing that on the internet and being like, oh my god, I want to go there, and I have. And the mascot came out to me and hugged me, and he's so wholesome, and I miss him. He has my whole heart. You can pay to get in, but like what we did was that we bought a ticket that paid for us to go in, but also included all our rides. So I do recommend that you do that. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I was thinking about getting a plush stand. Ooh. Don't they look good together? The serotonin this gives me. I'm gonna leave this top shelf like this. I know it looks empty, but let me explain. I'm gonna try and find some plush holders. Some people call them doll holders, where it's like a stand and it's got like a claw like this. I want to get 2 of them so I can make these 2 stand up, and that will give me more room to put stuff in front of them. But for now, they can stay like that until I do find 2 of those plush stands. Because Vector is such a weird plush, he keeps leaning forwards, and I've had to use a shoelace and I've had to tie him to the bar here just to keep him upright, or else he'll like fall forwards. I had an impulse idea where I was like, I'm gonna take out the movie plushies and put them down instead of keeping them on the second shelf. For some reason my brain didn't like that, so we just took them all out, including the girls and Big and Cheese, and we're just gonna do the whole thing. One plush I have like major problems trying to display is the werehog one down here. He's so bulky, and like his arms are huge and his feet are big as well. He's so hard to just try and look nice. He always ends up being the foundation of something. Like, I'm trying to get him to squeeze in and he just looks squished. Like, even if I put him up like that, everybody falls. So this is the best I can do. He's just one of those plushies that's like really awkward, and I think he may need a plush stand as well. Let me just put Shadow on top of here. Ugh. To the best of my ability. Like, this is the problem I have. I am putting him back in here because he was originally in here and then I moved him, and I've not liked him in the 4th cabinet ever since. So he is going back in here where he belongs. I can feel myself getting overwhelmed again. I'm like, no, G, no, don't let it. You could do this. This was something else that I got in Japan as well. Secondhand, in pristine condition, and not sold for 30 quid. I want to have like a Sonic Frontiers shelf. Oh, I haven't dusted this. Oh wait, I have an idea. If I take this out of the packaging, I can put it up there. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that. That's exactly what I'm doing. I got quite a few stuff from the Kuji that my friend Lucy gifted to me at the Sonic Symphony. I do practically have half of it, apart from my dream plush being the sleeping Sonic and Coco plush, which I tried to look for in Japan and I could not find it for the life of me. I'm just gonna get some blue tack and just like blue tack this to the back of the cabinet so it has like a backdrop, and I think that would look really nice. Where's it gonna go? Top corner? Yeah, top corner. There we go. How's that look? Oh, that looks cool! Dope. Oh, that was a big brain idea. I want this to be like a sort of like a Sonic Frontiers shelf, now that I've got quite a bit of the Kuji. However, I have a feeling I'm gonna need another acrylic stand, to which I have used them all up. So I'm gonna have to buy another one, just like with the plush stands. See, I'm always in constant need of stands or risers or whatever for this collection. I just want it to look nice. I do have one riser left, but I kind of want to use it for like the food shelf. Should I sacrifice the foodie shelf? I think I'm gonna sacrifice the foodie shelf. Let me go and get the other stand. This long one left, and I was gonna use it for my like food shelf, and I think it's gonna be worth it doing it with this one. You are literally watching my thought process throughout this entire thing. You're just watching me, my brain tick. There we go, that's better. So we can put that one there. Yeah, that's nice, I like that. I finally have this. Now this was something that I really wanted when Frontiers came out. Lucy gifted this to me because this was also part of the Kuji, and it's so cool. I'm like obsessed with acrylic stands since coming back from Japan. So I'm going to put that there, and then the Frontiers statue can go here. Let me just, sorry, ADHD. Let me just do that and see if it makes a difference. What do I think of that? No, I prefer it the other way around. Yeah, perfect. Oh, I love it. I love it. Just a lesson for anybody who wants this Nendroid. This one is the bootleg. This one's the real one. Looking at them, you would think that they are the same, but they are not. Now that I'm comparing them, like in person, I can definitely tell the differences. The top of his head, for example, you can see the obvious seam between his head and his spikes on the bootleg, whereas with the real one, there is no seam at all. It is literally just like one piece. So first off the bat, that is your sign to know that this is a bootleg. Also, the colour of his tummy is like, in the bootleg, it's like a shade darker. But the biggest thing to tell if this is a bootleg or not is behind his face. For the bootleg, I'll show you. If you take off his face, come on. Notice how that is a clear colour. That's how you know it's a bootleg, because the face on the real one is white. You see what I mean? This one is like a clear slash a grey, and this one's white. That's how you know if it's real or a bootleg. I know that now, but when I first bought this bootleg, I didn't know any better because it was like my first Nendroid.
1 week later.
It's been a week. I was meant to finish this video a week ago, but I then fell ill with like a really bad cold. You're probably thinking, oh gee, it's just a cold. Not this one, it wasn't. I got the cold like this time last week. It just knocked me out that I really didn't have the energy to do anything. Even now, like, I sound stuffy and I'm coughing. Still not 100%, but I'm a lot better than I was. Like, I didn't do any recording, editing, nothing. I was literally stationed in bed watching anime, and that was my life for a whole week. But I'm feeling a lot better now, so I'm going to answer the rest of your questions because I didn't actually get around to answering them all. I will then show you how the collection is looking because I really do like this setup. This is my favourite setup that I've done so far out of all the times that I have rearranged my Sonic collection. What was the favourite place that you went to? Would I be biased if I said Joypolis? I mean, we took Joypolis out of the equation. One of my favourite places that I went to in Japan was this shrine. I don't remember the name. I'm probably going to put it up here, like the name of the shrine, because I will probably Google it after I've recorded this. It was a filming location based off Natsume Book of Friends, the anime that I mentioned. So it was a place that my friend wanted to go to, and so I drove us there. We went to this shrine on our second day. The shrine itself was utterly beautiful. The first ever shrine that I visited as well, like ever. Absolutely worth the drive. There were these stairs that went up to the shrine, and along the way there were these very traditional statues going up the
the stairs as you were walking up. It was raining on the day, which didn't stop us, but I feel like the rain really added to the experience and it made it feel that much more whimsical. That was one of my favourite places that we went to in Japan. How was Japan as a tourist? Did you ever feel safe? I want to preface by saying that wherever you go, this is my personal opinion, wherever you go, there's always going to be some sort of danger. Even if you go to the most safest place in the world, there's always going to be something that could endanger you. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I was 100% safe, because circumstances do happen. As a tourist in Japan, I did feel safe. I'm one of these people that is always like on guard in case a bad situation happens. But that's just me. Every time I walked around Japan on my own, because there were a few times that I did venture out on my own, I felt pretty safe. Especially like walking around the cities. I didn't feel like I was gonna get stabbed like I would in like fucking London, for instance, or Manchester. My favourite place to walk around in Japan was Hitayoshi. Compared to being at home though, I felt more safe in Japan than in the United Kingdom. How was the weather? People that asked me this, they were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it's such a generic question, but it's not. When we were organising the trip initially, we originally planned to go during the cherry blossom season, which is around April, May time. However, that is the most expensive year to go to Japan, because the cherry blossom season is very popular amongst tourists and locals. Hotels, we kind of found, were twice as much money. Even though it was a shame to miss out on the cherry blossoms, we didn't want to spend twice as much for a hotel. September is Japan's summertime and we didn't want to die in the heat. I mean, I for one, I'm not a summer person. Like, when it's hot in the United Kingdom, I literally melt away. Like, I can't handle it. Summertime in Japan is twice as worse. This is according to my research. If I can't handle the summer in my own country, I can't handle the summer in a foreign country. So there was no way we were going to go in summertime. We decided to go in October because October is tail end of the Japanese summertime. When we were packing, we couldn't decide how hot it was going to be. Like, we wasn't sure what to expect. So, packing-wise, we included a few dresses and a few skirts. I didn't bring any dresses, but my friend, she bought like 2 pairs of dresses with her. I bought 2 pairs of skirts with me, t-shirts. I tried to pack as light as I could, considering that we were going to bring so much back with us. You will sweat a lot though. You will find yourself just sweating. You'll walk outside some days, within 2 minutes, you've got sweat all down your back, because it can get like that. But then there are days where it rained. If you go in October, pack more for like summer rather than winter. Not only that, you will most likely buy some clothes when you're out there. I came back with like 2 jackets, 2 sweatshirts, shoes, 2 pairs of shoes, sorry, because I bought these when I was out there. These are like Doc Martens. Because my black boots, alright, tangent. My black boots broke on me, right? We were in the middle of Shinjuku and my black boots just tore from like the sole, like down here, there was a big massive rip. My friend says to me, we need to get you some new shoes. And I was like, what do you mean? And she says to me, she goes, look down. And I look down and I just see this big gouge. So we walked into a Doc Martens store, found a pair of these, and we both bought a pair. I didn't expect to buy clothes when I was out there, let me tell you. Pack a week's worth of clothes, that's what we did. Pack a week's worth of clothes, and you will be fine. How fun was Joypolis on a scale of 1 to 10? 1,000. Joypolis is my Disney. You know how you have like Disney adults? I am that, but for Joypolis. What is the one thing you really liked about your Japan trip? So what I really liked about our Japan trip, me and my friend, we both planned it so that we both had time to enjoy our fandoms. So, for example, we went to Hitayoshi because my best friend really loves Natsume Book of Friends. That was the place where it was based on, you know, and we also went to a Natsume shop where there was so much Natsume merch. I've never seen so much stuff in one place of Natsume. We spent a day going around the locations. We even had a map that was provided to us from the locals of Natsume places in the area. We had a day of her indulging in that, and then I had a day of visiting the Sonic statue in the mountains, and going to Joypolis. What I really liked about our trip is that we both had a chance to indulge in our favourite media. A question that I have been asked many, many times. I haven't answered in full because it would be easier if I answered it in this video. Where is the Sonic statue in the mountains? Now, you can find it on Google. This is the address for it, in case people want to actually go there. I have done so much research on this statue. Ever since I saw Badnik Mechanic do the documentaries on it that he has done, that's what ignited my love for this statue and ignited my desire to go visit it. But I will warn you now, where it is based, it is so out of the way. Getting there by public transport is near impossible. It was much easier to just drive there, like to hire a car, and it was also cheaper as well. Unless you have a driving license and an international driving permit, you cannot get there without a car. I drove like 2 hours-ish to get there because I was staying in Osaka, and Osaka is closer to it than anywhere else. The drive was worth it though. The drive was absolutely worth it, and it is huge in person. Do your research on mainly transport, but I do recommend driving there yourself if you can do it. I'm going to show you my collection and how it's looking. I'm really liking the setup here. that is the video, guys. That's all I have to show you today. Thank you so much for your patience with this video. I didn't mean to fall ill, like, halfway through the week. I hope this video was entertaining and informative. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, feel free to do so. But if you don't want to, it is absolutely chill. There is no pressure. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
This is the X Factor, but for peaches.
Quite literally.
Tempo issue there, but okay.
Yeah, because you're the next fucking Alicia Keys.
Joe! I'm sorry. Oh god, all our money's gonna go here. Anna!
I know, I don't have that figure yet. They have the figure that I was after. I'll definitely pick him up. And I've got some other. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I've never seen so much Natsume in one place. This is incredible.
Oh my god.
So we were on the way home, and by home I mean to the hotel, until we saw this trading Western shop. So we had to pull over. Wait, it's Western!
It's an actual Western shop.
Like with cowboy boots.
Like the ones you see in Frozen, apart from its cowboy boots.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
He's an Indian?
It's a cowboy.
Cowboy.
Cowboy hat.
Yeehaw. Oh wait, they have different things on it. Love.
Love.
Love. There's one pleasure, potential.
Oh.
Pon.
Content.
Safety trip.
People from ancient draw 2 pictures on stones. These rock paintings are called The Flute Player is in myth, the most famous one. The name Kokapi comes from the word Koko, which is god in the Indian language of Zuni and Hopi tribes. Known as the god of harvest who bring fertiles, and it's also said to bring good luck. Maybe this luck comes to you. So yeah, it's
Oh, they're good luck
Good luck
charms.
charms.
Cute.
That's adorable. Security
Happy.
feeling.
Yeah.
You need that.
Me. Thanks. Thanks. Have you got one that says don't worry? Because I'd carry that with me.
But that is security feeling, isn't it?
That's as close to it. Anna, which one are you getting me?
Peace of mind, because you're worrying to shit on this trip and you're on holiday,
Yes.
so you need it.
She's getting me a good luck charm. Thank you, Anna. I love you. 7-Eleven. Let's go. Let's go get food. But we gotta be quiet.
Do you know how to be quiet?
No, I don't.
Fucking clearly.
Oh fuck, she's gone. What? What is happening? Anna, please. We don't want to be the common British, okay? Get up. Beat to it, bitch. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my god. Wow. Yo. This is insane. This is crazy. Oh my god, guys, it's over there. It's over there. Oh my god, this is not a drill. I was not joking when I told you. I was not kidding.
It's huge.
Yum! Oh my god! Ah! No fucking way! No, I didn't. This is not something I thought I'd ever see in person. No, I have no words. I literally have no words. I can't even fucking breathe. I'm like sweating.
I spent more money than you did trying to win him.